Have you ever seen your cat staring into nothing, eyes wide, body perfectly still, as if watching something you can't see? What if I told you they actually are? Stay with me, because what you are about to discover will change everything you think you know about your cat's mysterious behavior. Science meets ancient wisdom in one of the most puzzling feline mysteries. And by the end of this video, you'll understand what your cat sees in that empty corner and why this ability makes them spiritual guardians of your home. Picture this. You're relaxing in your living room when you notice your cat frozen in place, staring intensely at an empty wall. Their pupils are dilated, ears forward, tail twitching slightly. Every fiber of their being is focused on something that, to you, simply isn't there. Your first thought? Maybe they're just being weird. But what if this behavior reveals one of nature's most extraordinary supernatural abilities? Let's dive into the science first. Cats can see ultraviolet light that's completely invisible to human eyes. While we see a blank wall, your cat might be watching UV patterns dancing across the surface, created by sunlight filtering through windows or reflecting off objects we can't even detect, but it goes deeper than just enhanced vision. Cats hear frequencies up to 64,000 Hz, nearly double what humans can perceive. When your cat stares into empty space, they might be tracking the ultrasonic movements of mice in your walls, insects in your ceiling, or even the electrical humming of devices creating vibrations in the very structure of your home. Their whiskers detect the slightest air currents, sensing movement and pressure changes that would be imperceptible to us. What looks like nothing to you could be a symphony of invisible activity to your cat. Here's where it gets truly fascinating. Ancient traditions didn't just notice this behavior, they understood its deeper meaning. In ancient Egypt, cats weren't just worshipped as gods. They were revered as guardians who could see beyond the veil between worlds. Egyptian priests believed cats could detect the presence of spirits, both benevolent and malevolent, that existed in spaces invisible to human perception. The goddess Bastet was said to protect homes not just from physical threats, but from spiritual disturbances that only cats could perceive. When your cat stares into empty space, Egyptian wisdom suggests they're monitoring the spiritual health of your environment. Let's travel to ancient Japan, where the legend of Nekomata tells of cats who develop supernatural abilities as they age. These mystical felines were believed to see souls transitioning between realms, watching over the spiritual well-being of their human families. Japanese folklore describes suddenly stopping to stare at nothing as moments when they re-observing spirits passing through our world. Not threatening presences, but souls in transition that cats help guide safely through the spiritual dimensions. But here's what will blow your mind. Medieval Europe, despite its complicated relationship with cats, recognized this same phenomenon. European folklore spoke of cats as sentries against negative entities, able to detect and ward off spiritual presences that could harm sleeping families. When cats stared into corners or empty rooms, medieval people understood they were performing protective duties, standing guard against forces that existed beyond human awareness. Now let's bridge ancient wisdom with modern understanding. Quantum physics tells us that everything in the universe vibrates at specific frequencies. What we call empty space is actually filled with energy fields, electromagnetic waves, and quantum fluctuations that most living beings simply cannot detect. But cats, with their incredibly sensitive nervous systems, might be naturally tuned to perceive these subtle energetic shifts. When your cat stares into nothing, they could be observing fluctuations in the quantum field that surrounds us all. Think about this. Cats are living, breathing electromagnetic sensors. Their fur builds up static electricity. Their nervous systems are incredibly sensitive to electrical changes, and their entire bodies function as organic antennae, picking up energy frequencies that our less sensitive human systems completely miss. From an energetic healing perspective, many practitioners believe cats can see auras, the energy fields that surround all living beings. When your cat stares past you into empty space, they might be reading the energetic trail you leave behind as you move through your home. Energy workers report that cats often stare at locations where emotional events occurred, spots where arguments happened, where someone cried, or where intense feelings were experienced. They're seeing the energetic imprints left behind by human emotions. But here's where the mystery deepens into something truly remarkable. Many cat owners report their pets staring at empty spaces just before significant events occur. Cats fixating on doorways before unexpected visitors arrive. Cats watching empty stairs before family members come home. Cats staring at walls before earthquakes or storms. This suggests they're not just seeing what's there now, but somehow perceiving what's about to manifest. They're detecting the energetic signatures of future events before they materialize in our physical reality. Holistic veterinarians have observed that cats often exhibit this staring behavior when their humans are experiencing emotional or spiritual transitions. During times of grief, major life changes, or spiritual awakening, cats seem to watch empty spaces more frequently, as if monitoring the energetic shifts occurring in their human's auric field. Some energy healers believe cats are actually working when they stare into nothing. They are reperforming what shamanic traditions call space clearing, identifying and neutralizing negative energies before they can affect the household's spiritual balance. When your cat stares intensely at a corner and then suddenly relaxes and walks away, they may have just completed an energetic healing session for your entire home. Here's something that will give you chills. Hospice workers consistently report that cats in care facilities often stare at empty spaces around patients who are nearing death. They are not detecting illness, they are re-witnessing the thinning of the veil between worlds as souls prepare for transition. These cats serve as spiritual midwives, helping souls cross over peacefully while providing comfort to families during profound spiritual moments. The science supports what mystics have always known. Recent studies show that animals, especially cats, can detect changes in electromagnetic fields that precede earthquakes, storms, and even human medical emergencies. Their staring into nothing behavior often correlates with their sensing of these invisible environmental changes. So what does this mean for you and your feline companion? When your cat stares into empty space, resist the urge to dismiss it as random behavior. Instead, pay attention to what's happening in your life during these moments. Are you stressed? Is someone in your household going through emotional challenges? Are there changes coming that you haven't yet recognized? Your cat might be serving as an early warning system for energetic shifts that will soon manifest in your physical reality. Try this experiment. The next time you catch your cat staring into nothing, sit quietly nearby and see what you can sense. Open your awareness to subtle changes in the air, unexpected sounds, or shifts in your own emotional state. You might discover that you can feel something too. Some people find that meditating near their cat during these staring episodes enhances their own psychic sensitivity. Your cat becomes a spiritual teacher, helping you develop your own ability to perceive beyond the limitations of ordinary physical sight. Consider creating a spiritual practice around these moments. When your cat stares into empty space, use it as a reminder to check in with your own energy, to clear any emotional blockages, and to express gratitude for having a spiritual guardian watching over your home. The profound truth is this: your cat isn't just staring into nothing. They're monitoring dimensions of reality that exist beyond human perception, serving as bridges between the seen and unseen worlds, protecting and guiding you through realms of existence you're only beginning to understand. In our modern world, we've lost touch with the subtle energies that surround us every day, but cats never forgot. They remain connected to the invisible currents of energy, the spiritual frequencies, and the quantum mysteries that make up the true fabric of reality. When your cat stares into empty space next time, remember this: they might just be seeing what your soul already feels, but your mind hasn't yet recognized. They're reminding you that there's so much more to existence than what meets the eye. Pay attention, trust their vision, and honor the spiritual wisdom that flows through your feline companion as they watch over the invisible dimensions of your shared world. If this video opened your eyes to the mystical abilities of your cat and made you see them as the spiritual guardian they truly are, subscribe and join our community of conscious pet parents discovering the hidden magic of our feline friends. Until next time, may you see beyond the veil just like your cat already does.